Hello everyone! Today I'm starting a new video series titled How to Get Back to Health. Alright, but who is it for?
It is for you. If you have high blood sugar, hypertension, digestive issues, or just lack of energy.
It is also for you if you aren't exactly sure how to get back to health. You may already know me from my popular arterial plaque buildup reversal videos. If you do, stick around as this video series, How to Get Back to Health, will help you put the pieces of the health puzzle together. I'm going to report directly from my ranch so you can get a practical side of healthy lifestyle as well. But don't worry, I'm not going to tell you how to start a healthy lifestyle by becoming a farmer. I'm going to tell you how to get back to health by taking you through simple steps to reduce your nutrient deficiencies, speed up detoxification, maximize heart rate variability, extend your brain time in the alpha wave, expand the exclusion zone of water, and add zeta potential to your fluids. What? Step by step, and in a very short time, you'll become an expert in health. Today's episode is of special interest to those who want to improve blood circulation and reap all the benefits that come with it. Sharper memory, stronger heart, better physical performance, faster wound healing, and embarrassment-free bedroom fun. Let me start with a short introduction to our Euthorium team. There are three of us, me, my hubby Andy, and my son Dar. Our reason for moving from a large Canadian city to a small Mexican ranch was to, not only to get back to health, but also to take health and healthy lifestyle to the max. There is so much confusion about what healthy lifestyle is and how to get back to health that I took it upon myself to straighten things out. I will share with you my expertise in health, nutrition, exercise, mental health, and beyond. How to get back to health? Everybody asks, many people try, but way too few actually succeed. But why? Well, there are many reasons. One of them is this. People get convinced that it is good enough to replace some ultra-processed foods they eat with natural, organic, or unprocessed foods. Well, that's a good start, but doing just that will make one disappointed. There are far more factors you need to pay attention to get back to health than a green smoothie. But don't worry, getting back on track with healthy lifestyle is simpler than you think. Here's a tip number 1. Healthy lifestyle does not involve endless doctor checkups or a litany of pills. You can free up your calendar and keep your wallet shut. And here comes a tip number 2. Whatever you do, try not to confuse feeling good about yourself from actually feeling good. For example, you may feel good about yourself because you aren't using sugar anymore. But that's not the same thing as feeling good enough to climb mountains. Well, I understand. It is natural to think that the first one should lead to another, but in too many cases, it doesn't. And tip number 3. I need to fit it in to clarify tip number 2. Replacing sugar with artificial sweeteners may actually do more harm than good. Many studies reported that artificial sweeteners are linked to insulin resistance. So, how do you get back to health? Real health? Well, you may realize by now that real health is not about eating chocolate nibs instead of potato chips, but about personal freedom. It is about unshackling yourself from the medical system, breaking free from endless medications, doctor checkups, and invasive procedures. Not being dependent on the medical system is the ultimate goal of a healthy lifestyle. I urge you not to confuse health freedom with eating salads or daily walks. Today I want to demystify how heart health relies on soil health and how you can boost your cardiovascular health by choosing the right foods and the right food quality. Let's talk about nitrogen. Nitrogen is important for your heart as well as for the plant's health. This is where our Euthorium comes in. Our job at the ranch is to put nitrogen into the plants so our plants and our bodies remain healthy. As of today, we are sitting on 15 hectares of land located in the middle of Mexico. When I say Mexico, most people envision sun, beaches, and heat. Well, that's not exactly the case over here. We are nowhere near a beach and nowhere near a tropical climate. Our climate is semi-arid, which means mostly dry. If you can picture high winds swirling up dust gusts, you can sort of get a feel for our reality. But let's get back to health. The heart and cardiovascular system need a variety of nutrients. One of them is nitrogen. The heart and the arteries love nitrogen. It is their main food. Nitrogen keeps the blood vessels open and is the key for the well-functioning circulation. Without nitrogen, our blood pressure would skyrocket, our memory would fail, our eyes would not see well, baby making would take a nosedive, and we would feel weak and fatigued most of the time. If it sounds familiar, maybe you are nitrogen deficient. If so, let's fix it. If not, still keep on listening. Maybe you can pass this video to somebody who needs it. But get this. How can anybody be nitrogen deficient if we are living in a sea of nitrogen? 78% of our atmosphere, the air you breathe in, is nothing but pure nitrogen. So nearly 80% of your breath is made of nitrogen, yet many people end up with high blood pressure because of nitrogen deficiency. What's going on? Here's the conundrum. Even though we all need nitrogen and we breathe it in, we can't use it the way it comes. We have to have it converted to nitrites and nitrates before we can absorb it through the intestines, not the lungs. And then we have to transform it into nitric oxide before the heart and the blood vessels can make use of it. This is where the soil comes in. Yes, you may be surprised, but it is the farmers, not the pharmacists, that can bring you back to health. But let's get back to nitrogen. If you're diabetic or have hypertension, you may be nitrogen deficient. Many heart patients and diabetics are. So to remedy nitrogen deficiency, you need to eat food that is rich in nitrites and nitrates. Well, you probably know that nature does not distribute nitrogen evenly. There are plants that concentrate nitrogen more than the others. These are exactly the plants you want to eat to boost nitrogen in your body. What are those plants? These are beets, carrots, celery, and green leaves. Here's also dark chocolate. But how do these plants get nitrogen from? From the soil. That's provided that the soil has sufficient nitrogen in it. If the soil is low in nitrogen, your beets, carrots will also be low in nitrogen, and ultimately you will end up low in that nutrient. And that's why your heart health depends on soil health. If the soil is poor, your health will be poor. The catch is, if you end up with a heart disease due to nitrogen deficiency, your doctor might not help you at all. Doctors aren't trained in soil fertility or nutrient deficiencies. And that's why if you want to get back to health, a relationship with a farmer would be far more important than a relationship with a pharmacist. And be selective. Not all farmers can give you what you need. This is where you need to distinguish between conventional and regenerative soil care. Conventional farmers dump synthetic nitrogen on the field, hoping that some of that ends up in the crop. I emphasize hoping because in order for nitrogen to end up in the plant, the soil has to have nitrogen-fixing bacteria. So the plant saturation with nitrogen depends on soil vitality, not the amount of chemicals dumped on it. In other words, the soil must be alive. If the soil is dead or partially dead, good luck with overspraying nitrogen fertilizers. They won't do much for your nitro deficiencies. It's because excess nitrogen can damage the delicate balance of nutrients and microbes, leaving the soil in poor shape. And since your health depends on soil, well, you get the picture. I can hear your thoughts. Oh my God, it takes so much just to be healthy. Nitrogen in the soil, nitrogen fixing bacteria, the right veggies. And if that's not enough, there is yet another hurdle. Your body has to convert nitrites and nitrates to nitric oxide. But not everybody is efficient in doing so. You may be getting nitrogen from food, But if your body can't convert it to nitric oxide, you may not be getting back to health, even though your diet is great. Diabetics and heart disease patients have a really hard time with that conversion, and they will continue flunking it until they properly detoxify their bodies. Without unblocking cellular membranes, there is no way to get back to health. I will talk about detoxification steps for diabetics and heart patients in the future videos. If you want to know, it's now the time to subscribe. In the meantime, I want you to do that. When you go grocery shopping and you want to pick up your beets and carrots to boost your nitric oxide thinking you're going back to health, think about something else as well. Think, how on earth did the nitrogen end up in the plant? Did the farmer force the nitro into the plant, or did the farmer get the nitro by caring for the soil? It would be awesome that those who wish to get back to health would also wish the same for the planet. So let's make it a win-win for everyone, you, me, and everyone else. Well, great. I see you might want to do that, but how? How do you choose the planet-friendly plants? For sure, grocery stores won't tell you that. So what do? You do your part. See if you can spot a regenerative farmer or a no-till farmer near you. No-till means that important soil microbes aren't disturbed and the soil remains alive. But if that's beyond the possibility, start gardening. If you don't have a backyard, pick up a few pots from Walmart. Lettuce, carrots, and beets are happy to grow in containers. If you don't eat plants, know that cows, chickens, and pigs are also rich in nitrogen. And bonus, it's nitrogen you can absorb. Meat is made up of amino acids. 6 of those contain nitrogen. So know that. To get back to health, you don't have to eat a lot of plants. You can also eat meat. But wait, can you do your part by eating meat? Aren't the cows destroying the planet? Well, they can if they are stuffed in factory farms. But if they are roaming on pastures, they actually help with regeneration of the soil. They make soil more fertile, and fertile soil grows abundance of nutrient-dense foods, foods that you can eat and get back to health. How do we, at our ranch, ensure that our food is nitrogen-rich? That's for another video. For now, I have a test for you. Knowledge is power, and it will help you to get back to health. So give it a try. 1. What does your body need nitrogen for? A. The heart. B. The liver. C. The skin. 2. The symptoms of nitric oxide deficiency include A. Poor memory. B. Cold hands. C. Fatigue. 3. Your nitrogen comes from A. Air. B. Chicken. C. Lettuce. 4. Plants need microbes to use soil nitrogen. A. Yes. B. No. 5. Good diet may not be enough to get you back to health. A. Yes. B. No. Well, I hope you answer correctly all 5 questions, because the more you know, the faster you can get back to health. Till next.